What's up guys, Tergolive here, and in my most recent video we went over how to form teams and social features in Blue Protocol. In this video we will do an overview of combat as a whole, including elemental forms of combat and burst bonus time, which does a ton of damage. To start off with experience and drops, parties with a member that dealt at least 1 damage to a monster will receive full experience and drops. If you and I are in separate parties and we both hit the same monster, everyone in both of our parties will get full rewards. Blue Protocol will have a stamina mechanic and is consumed when sprinting, jumping, or dodging while being targeted by an enemy. Dodging provides a brief window of invulnerability and can be used to cancel some player animations. Attacking right after dodging will seamlessly transition you into a dodge attack. Now, there is a perfect dodge. Dodging with excellent timing will grant you a class-unique bonuses and buffs indicated by a blue particle effect. In regards to abilities, you're going to have 4 tactical skills, 1 ultimate skill, 2 battle imagine, 1 normal attack and sub-action, 2 class restricted abilities which are going to be passive, and 2 class shared abilities that are also passive. Now, in regards to some fighting mechanics, all classes can perform a springboard leap off of certain enemies when within range. Long range classes will leap back to create distance, while short range classes will use it to gain altitude and can follow up with an aerial attack. Now, the short range classes can use a normal attack while mid-air with enough altitude and good timing to perform an aerial attack. Upon landing, the attack will create a shockwave that knocks down enemies. If the attack is performed at a higher elevation than the enemy, a debuff will be applied to the affected enemies, such as blind and a movement speed down. If and when your HP reaches 0, your character will be down and can be resurrected by other players interacting with you. Rescue time is decreased as more players interact with a down player, such as Fortnite. In dungeons, you will automatically revive after some time if not rescued by others. Dungeons may have limited revives shared between all party members. These will not be consumed if a down player is rescued by those party members. In fields, you can remain down and wait for someone to rescue you, or you can choose to respawn after a short timer. If you choose to respawn, you will have a weak debuff, decreasing your max HP and movement speed. If your health is low, it will automatically regenerate in fields when out of combat, and also will regenerate faster when sitting. Being near a campfire greatly increases that health regen and stacks while sitting. Before I go on to elements in Blue Protocol, I wanted to mention that if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as I will be making a ton of Blue Protocol videos this year. In Blue Protocol, players can use 6 different elements: fire, ice, thunder, earth, light, and dark. They can be utilized through elemental skills, elemental weapons, and elemental battle imagine. Attacking with elements will fill the elemental charge gauge underneath an enemy's health bar, filling it past the level 1, 2, or 3 threshold, which will apply an elemental effect on the enemy. The gauge will be depleted over time. The active element that shows on the gauge is determined by which element has contributed the most charge. The active element can change between levels, though the active debuff will remain until replaced. At level 1 and 2, a debuff is applied, with level 2 being a stronger version. Level 3 triggers an elemental burst which deals considerable damage and immobilizes the target. Once an elemental burst is activated, it will trigger a burst bonus time for 10 seconds. Players in Battle Imagine will deal increased damage. Additionally, a burst finish gauge will appear with the level 1 indicator next to it. Attacking with elements will rapidly fill the gauge. Levels are increased by 1 each time the gauge is filled up to level 5. After burst bonus time ends, a burst finish will occur, dealing massive damage determined by the level that was reached during the burst finish gauge. Some elements will also apply buffs or debuffs after a burst finish. Attacking with the element that the enemy is weak against will allow you to do increased damage, indicated by the icon next to your damage numbers. The icon has 3 versions, denoting how effective the damage increase is. When using both an elemental weapon and an elemental skill, the skills element will be prioritized. Now, most classes do have a set of non-elemental skills. However, spellcaster players may want to consider that all of their tactical skills are elemental, and they may be unable to use certain elements. Well, that wraps up this video, guys, and if you missed it, make sure to check out my other video on teams and social features. Thank you so much for watching.